So I think I will start. Last time we had decided that we will be having one song and a little bit of talking also. What I intend to do today is before I take up singing, I'll just speak something about our subject, which is going on for a long time. I think that subject is not leaving me. Somehow it is clinging on to me, and I am taking more and more interest in dealing with that subject. The same subject as concerning to Dr. Ghani. Can you hear me, Ganesh?
Yes, we can very much hear you. Yeah, it's good.
All of you can hear me, no?
Yes, I think we can hear you.
No, yes. So last time somebody had suggested me that I should talk about something about the silence.
Silence.
Meher Baba, silence. In fact, when I came in Baba's contact, that was I heard about Meher Baba in the year 1948. That time I never knew what means by silence, or we call it in Hindi and Marathi as maun. I could not pronounce that word properly. We were so very ignorant about observing silence or observing maun. There is only one word for both in Hindi and Marathi. So that maun word was not known to me, and I used to pronounce it wrongly. But in the course of time, as I attended so many Baba programs, then I could know what is that maun, what is that silence. In the year 1949, Baba had given 1 month, in 49 July, Baba had given 1 month silence to all his devotees and followers. That time I was in a school, a high school, and so for me to, of course, I didn't know the importance of observing silence. Neither I knew about following Meher Baba's orders or something like that. But I didn't observe silence then. But thereafter, whenever Baba would issue circulars for asking his people, asking all the Baba loves to observe silence, I used to very regularly observe silence. Now Baba started his silence on 10th of July 1945. And in the year 1937, that means the 12th anniversary of Baba's silence, Baba was in Mehrabad, whereas the ashram in Nashik was there. And all the Baba Mandali, they decided that the silence anniversary should be observed, should be celebrated, I would say rather. And Baba asked 3 of his Western disciples. One was Elizabeth Patterson, another was I think Noriana Majbili, and then third one was what is his name? I'm forgetting the names. Norina, Elizabeth, and Noni. All the three were invited by Baba from Nashik to attend this function of celebration of Baba's silence anniversary. And for this special occasion, Baba sanctioned rupees 50, rupees 50 for a special food for all the Mandali people. Can the youngsters now imagine how life was then, how the financial status was then? Baba sanctioned 50 rupees for that special function, and in that function, Dr. Ghani had given a speech. He had given a beautiful speech, and in order that I should not miss any point from that, I have written down, and I will just read the entire speech before you. And if at all anybody has some query about it, we'll try to answer. But before that, I would just make it very clear that it is very difficult to deal with the subject of Baba's silence. At the most, we can quote Baba's statements about his silence. There are two categories of Baba's statements on silence. One is on why he has observed silence. He has started observing silence. This is one side. Another side is when he is going to break his silence, breaking of his silence and manifestation. This is another side. So one subject, Baba has categorized it in two parts. In the first part, Baba would deal with why the reason of his observing silence, and the second part is what will happen when he starts speaking. So these are the two parts. Now, when Dr. Ghani spoke that day, it was a very beautiful speech. And I will just read out to you very slowly. If you are not able to, just catch up some word or something, you can just stop me and ask me about it. Because now I'll just read that. The 12th anniversary of Baba's silence was observed privately in Mehrabad by the Mandali and certain close ones on Saturday, 10th July 1937. For the occasion, only Norina, Elizabeth, and Noni, these were called from Nashik. We all know that Nashik, Baba had a beautiful ashram, all the ashram for Westerners, and the people who have in their latter part of their life, they have dedicated fully to Baba. They had visited this, they had lived in this ashram, Nashik ashram. So Nashik phase of Baba's ashram is very important phase. So these were the three were there also along with the other people. But Baba had invited only these three, Elizabeth, Noni, and Norina. Baba permitted a large expenditure. I repeat, Baba permitted a large expenditure of rupees 50 for the Mandali's food for that day. After a meeting of the trust members in Rahuri cabin, and a brief discussion with the Westerners, the Silence Day program began. Ghani delivered the following speech. Now, we are not leaving the subject of Dr. Ghani. We are just continuing still. Most beloved Master Sri Baba. That is how he addresses Baba. Most beloved Master Sri Baba, let me at the outset thank you on behalf of the Mandali for granting our request to celebrate the 12th anniversary of your silence, which comes today. That is on 10 July. Let me also thank the representatives of the Western Mandali for participating in the function at the cost of such great comfort and convenience. Today, the 10th of July, we find the Mandali in a very happy but reflective mood, if I may say so. The 12th year of your silence has been very hopeful and full of promise, and more color was added to it by the presence in India of our brothers and sisters in faith from the Western Hemisphere. As things stand today, though the promised and the longed for millennium is not in sight, all the same, it has left us undismayed. Your divine wisdom, it seems, has planned it otherwise. We most humbly and willingly abide by your omniscience decision, as you know all too well what is best for every one of us. How beautifully writes, but while giving a speech, he has some touch of some mischievous statements that he always fond of making. The occasion has induced in an extent an introspective attitude of mind in me. I should therefore be excused for having the temerity to philosophize on the significance of your silence in your presence, and the lessons we unwittingly learned and unlearned as time went on. We learned and unlearned as time went on. My interpretation of your silence on compared and contrasted with similar ordeals by others on the divine path is as follows. Now here he starts distinguishing Baba's silence, the silence of the avatar, with the silence of the people, the followers on the path. Ordeals of this nature by others, instances of which are many in the mythological lore of different religions, are usually self-imposed and disciplinary. All the other people who observe silence, they are self-imposed silence, and for the purpose of discipline, of following a particular discipline. So what he says is, ordeals of this nature by others, instances of which are many in the mythological lore of different religion, are usually self-imposed and disciplinary. Your silence is divinely and spiritually dictated. Your silence is divinely and spiritually dictated. With others, it is usually prior and preparatory to perfection. With you, it is undertaken after realization. With others, an ordeal like this is undertaken for self-purification and self-glorification. With you, for the spiritual purification of your disciples and the salvation of mankind. How beautifully he distinguishes Baba's silence from the silence of the seekers. With others, it is a penance. With you, it is crucifixion. I repeat it. For you, for others, it is a penance. With you, it is crucifixion. With others, it is invariably woe. With you, it is divine duty. In others, it gains strength for themselves. With you, it is meant to impart spiritual authority to others. And I suppose the Mandali have been explained what that means. With others, it is mental struggle for progress. With you, it is a labor for love purely spiritual and divine. In the case of others, a round period of time like 12 years, 24 years, or 36 has only astrological or at the best psychic importance. The spiritual importance of your ordeal evidently belies in position. You first gave out your silence as only for 1 year, and since the period of 12 years is ruled out today, you are likely to end it as abruptly and unexpectedly as begun. With you, our beloved master, the Mandali must have observed everything is unlimited and infinite. The question of developing libido by such means I leave for a much more leisurely and serious occasion to discuss. I have now indulged in a bit of loud thinking in the presence of all. My aforesaid deductions are perhaps entertaining but not infallible. I therefore invite from all the Mandali present here candid corroboration and healthy criticism. Will it be too much to request you, Sri Meher Baba, in commemoration of this 12th anniversary of your silence, to give us, your living disciples and servants, some unique spiritual and divine discourse that will feed our minds for some days or years to come. Subscribing myself to the beautiful and hopeful words of a Sufi saint when he said, that Sufi saint, he is quoting, "Blessed is he whose lips are dumb. Blessed is he whose lips are dumb, through whom shall be given the words of life. Through him shall be given the words of life. I remain forever at your feet." Now, in reply to whatever Dr. Gani has said, Baba has given an answer within 3-4 lines. I just quoting that what Baba consented to Gani's request and stated, I have not taken a vow of silence, nor am I observing silence on the basis of tapas or penance. Had it been so, I would have ended the silence today, which is the beginning of its 13th year. This is all about what Gani has stated about Baba's silence. Long ago, when all the senior Mandalis are alive, Adi Kirani had told me, what he said is that Avatar's course of life on this earth is decided by the spiritual hierarchy very in advance. And Avatar's life takes place according to that course of life which have been chosen by the hierarchy. I know an example in the olden scriptures, the example of Rama. Rama's life story was written prior to his birth. And it is said that Rama's life, course of life was just according to the life which was written by one Rishi. And as Adi Kirani used to say, that everything what is to happen has been decided by the spiritual hierarchy. And everything takes place according to that plan. So in this time, perhaps whatever had happened up till this now, how Meher Baba has come on this earth, how the Avatar had chosen his parents, who were the Sadgurus, who were responsible for bringing down that God in the form of man on this earth. And then the illumination which all the 5 Sadgurus have given, or handing over the charge of the whole creation, everything takes place according to the plan, which is already chalked out. One another thing which, he even went to the extent, this is Adi Kirani, he went to the extent saying that it is said that on the spiritual path, when a man reaches 4th plane, he gets all the powers, even he had created a new world. And the old scriptures show that a Rishi by name Vishwamitra, he had all these powers. But it is also said that if these powers are misused by the person holding these powers, then he has a very bad state. He goes to the state of a stone, where from the Atma is where from the process of evolution starts. So that soul comes to that level. And Adi said that even when and how that will happen, that is also decided. I could not, just quite follow how Adi said about this. But definitely all the senior people, especially Adi was very intelligent person. He must have heard it from Baba only. So these whatever happening on this earth with the avatar, that has been already decided. So Baba's silence is also can be said to be that. And here at one place, Baba is giving that suggestion. Even Dr. Ghani has suggested that whatever 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 you have undertaken the silence is the purpose of it is to give relation to your mandali and lift to the whole humanity. So these are the purposes for which Meher Baba has taken out silence, that can be said so. But really speaking, a person like me, we are not empowered, we are not capable of interpreting Baba's silence. I can tell you some of the incidents about Baba's silence. One thing is there that after Baba started his silence, he was very serious about keeping it, not a word should pass through his lips. He was very particular about that. And the examples is the two accidents which took place in Baba's life. One is in US, that was Oklahoma, and another is in India at Udtare near Satara. These two accidents, I do not have much details about the, of course, Baba's when Baba was very badly injured, every blood was flowing continuously from his mouth, and doctor was busy with Mehra, treating Mehra, and Gaurav was very much concerned about Baba's. But then the doctor was surprised why this man is not speaking. And then Dr. Gover had to explain to him that this is a medium of his universal work. We all take him to be God in human form. And doctor was really surprised that so many high-fi people, they are following him. That means he must be definitely of the category of Jesus Christ. In India, when accident took place and Baba was admitted to hospital for stitching, his tongue was cut. And for the stitches were to be given. And for that matter, Baba was taken to the hospital. And when that was to be done, Baba asked Gavar to stand very close to him, to hold his hand and very close to him, and just take care that no word passes through Baba's lips. So Baba was so very careful about the word that should not pass through his mouth. And of course, in the beginning, when Baba has said that, when somebody said, Baba, if you keep silence, how we are going to get discourses from you? And Baba said that I have come not to teach but to awaken. All these statements, they are beautiful statements about Baba, why Baba is Avadari science. Equally beautiful statements are there about breaking of his silence. But then it is his own business. It is, we are not, capable of understanding exactly what Baba meant by whenever he says. But somehow, sometimes, I just have a little thought about which I'm not sure, but I just do get a thought that Baba's silence was somehow connected with his living body. Because just before Baba left his body, Baba dropped his body. Just before that, every time Baba would say that everything will be all right when I break my silence. Everything will be all right, I break my silence. Everything will be all right when I break my silence. And he dropped his body. One instance which I heard about somebody, that was in Mumbai. In Mumbai, there is one saintly person by name Kammu Baba. Kammu Baba. He was not a must, but he was an advanced person. And so many people were his followers. They used to come to him for advice for all these material matters, material life. Of course, there may be some genuine people who must be sincerely following him. But then he used to deal with the people. And he was a very respected person in Mumbai. It so happened that one of the Baba lovers, his brother, one of the brother of Baba lover, he was follower of Kammu Baba. He used to go very often to Kammu Baba practically every day. And of course, the statement which Baba has made about his breaking of his silence and manifestation, all that were coming in newspapers also. And people were curious about all these things. And when Baba dropped his body, that man, the brother of Baba lover, he took that newspaper, he waved before Kammu Baba, saying that, see, this person who was to break his silence and had promised, certain things, so many things about breaking of silence. He has spoken so many things about breaking of his silence. Now he has gone. He has gone up. Without breaking his silence, he has gone up. When he was very, just sort of a humiliating statement we are making about Meher Baba before Kammu Baba. And that Kammu Baba, he got so wild on that person. He got very angry on that person and said, how dare you talk about Meher Baba like this? Do you know who he was? Or he is? Do you know? Without knowing, how dare you say all these things? And what he said thereafter is, take it from me that Baba's every hair on his body, every drop of his blood, the whole body, Baba's body has suffered for the whole creation. Baba's every part of his body has suffered for the whole humanity. And now, since he has dropped his body, may God help the humanity. That is the statement which Kammu Baba had made. And one person from Pune, of course, that is in other context, not about Baba's silence. But when Baba gave his final declaration saying that 3/4 of the world will be destroyed, that time also so much a commotion was created in the minds of people, and every day something or the other news used to come in the newspapers. All the newspapers, whether it may be English newspaper or it may be Marathi newspaper, but the news used to be on the headlines. And one very great personality by name of Gadge Maharaj. He was a very noble person, and Baba used to like him very much. He used to respect Baba so much. Baba has gone to his place in Pandharpur. You must have read about it, you had heard about it. But Baba, on his request, Baba had visited his place, that is Pandharpur. It's not his native place, but he had his ashram in Pandharpur. And there is a big temple of deity Vithoba. So there is a very big, twice in the year, there are two festivals held there, and lakhs of people visit that place. So Gadge Maharaj, he was very much attached to that place. Once he came to Pune, and he has a sort of a sanatorium in near our Pune center. And when he had come, two of our people went to him just to meet him, because he was also very respectful to Meher Baba. So they went to him, and Gadge Maharaj just said that why Meher Baba should declare like that. Why Meher Baba has declared that 3/4 of the world will be destroyed and I will suffer a violent death and all that. Where was the necessity of declaring it? So these two Baba lovers, they were very much disturbed. Little bit disturbed. They said that Maharaj, you yourself had declared in front of lakhs and lakhs of people that this is Vithoba, the deity of Pandharpur, pointing to Baba. He had said that this is Vithoba, living in Vithoba, standing before you, you bow down to him. You had declared there. And now you say that why Meher Baba is. So he just corrected himself, Gadge Maharaj, in correcting himself. He said that I do admit that Meher Baba is a Vithoba, Meher Baba is God in human form. I do admit. And then, but because of the news in the newspapers, people like me get disturbed. So, but how ultimately he said, these are the great people. They know what is right and what is wrong. They know what they have to do. We are so very ignorant in understanding their ways. That is the saintly person. Baba said that he was on the fifth or sixth place. That person is saying that these are great people. I mean, concerned to Meher Baba, he said that these are big people. They know what to do, what is right and what is wrong. We are too ignorant to understand their ways. So, Baba's silence is not very easy to understand. This is the point which I want to emphasize. But then, when some thought or some comes to my mind, I definitely share it with you. Now, perhaps I have this is a time for us to have a song. Today is the first day that we are. I am just having. We had a singing program, but that was collective singing program. Today, myself, I am just selected one beautiful song. Let me tell you about the song. Baba has given Parvardigar prayer, which we call Master's Prayer. It is not very, according to me, it is not very correct to say it's Master's Prayer. It is Parvardigar prayer, prayer of the beyond God. And Meher Baba is really not our master. He is something more than that. Anyway, this prayer was given by Meher Baba himself, and it was translated into poetic form in Urdu. In Urdu language, it's so translated in a poetic form. The translator was one of very close friend of Dr. Ghani, and his name was Ghulam Dastagir. He was Mohammedan. His name was Ghulam Dastagir. He was professor of Urdu in Anglo-Urdu school and very fast friend of Dr. Ghani. Couple of times he had come to our center, Pune center. So he had composed a beautiful composition, I tell you, that I will be singing before you. I need not translate it because the whole attributes which have been described in Parvardigar prayer given by Baba, the same all have come in this prayer. All have come in this prayer. And of course, I am not very much expert in Urdu, but then I have taken quite a good labor to correlate with Baba's statement, Baba's stanzas, every stanza that has been translated here. And I'll be singing that before you. First two verses are not a part of this song, but thereafter the main song starts. So you have to only enjoy the melody of the song. Meaning is already there with you through Parvardigar prayer. तेल नहीं बत्ती बुझ नहीं जाती, नजर नहीं आती आत्म ज्योति, कांटों से खराब है जिस में बून हो, और पत्थर के मिसाल जिस दिल में तूने हो। परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा, परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा, परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा। This song was tuned by one Baba Love from Pune Center. His name was Namdev Sholapure. A very good, very excellent singer, and he has set it to tune, a beautiful tune. This tune is Bhairavi, called Bhairavi. परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा, सबका सहारा पालनहारा। तुझसे अजल है, तुझसे अबद है, जिसकी नहीं हद तू वो हद है। बेमिसल है तू और बेसिफत है, तू बेनिहायत, तू बेहद है, तू बेनिहायत, तू बेहद है। ना रंग ना रूप, ना रंग ना रूप ना सूरत तेरी, कैसे बनाए मूरत तेरी। परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा तेरा तस्वूर परवरदिगारा, हारी अजनबी इल्म बिहारा। परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा, हर चीज आनी हर चीज बानी, एक तू है बाकी और जावेदानी। समय अजल के लाखों है जलवे, एक बीना के लाखों है नगमे, लाखों है नगमे। सागर तू ही है लाखों है धारे, सागर वही है लाखों है धारे। एक है नहर और लाखों सितारे, लाखों सितारे। तू जब तक कश्म बातिल नहीं है, तू जब तक कश्म बातिल नहीं है, दीदार तेरा मुमकिन नहीं है, दीदार तेरा मुमकिन नहीं है। अपने करम से परवरदिगारा, अपने करम से परवरदिगारा, हमको दिखा दे अपना नजारा नजारा। अपने करम से परवरदिगारा, हमको दिखा दे अपना नजारा। परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा, पालनहारा। अव्वल भी तू है आखिर भी तू है, बातिन भी तू है जाहिर भी तू है। तू ही सदा था तू ही सदा है, खुदा सदा तू तू खुदा है। तू ही सदा था तू ही सदा है, होगा सदा तू तू खुदा है। हर शय में तू है और जावेदानी, और माँ सिवा भी और माँ रानी। सागर ऐसा ऐसी है धारा, सागर ऐसा ऐसी है धारा, जिसकी न है कोई किनारा। परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा। आकाश में तू पाताल में तू हर हाल में तू हर चाल में तू ही सदा है तू ही यहाँ है तू ही वहाँ है हर जा आया है फिर भी लिया है नासुत में तू मलकुत में तू जबरुत में तू लाहूत में तू हर जा अगरचे तेरा मकान है हर जा अगरचे तेरा मकान है तू लामकान है तू लाजमान है तेरी महक से परवरदिगारा तेरी महक से परवरदिगारा बहका है आलम सारा के सारा सारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा दोनों जहां का मालिक तू ही है सब मालिकों का मालिक तू ही है हर एक कदम पर तेरी नजर है सारे दिलों की तुझको खबर है हर जा पे हाजिर हर जा पे नाजिर हर शय पे कादिर हर शय में जाहिर शहरों में तू है तारों में तू है फूलों में तू है खारों में तू है एक एक शय में तेरी तजल्ली एक शय में तेरी तजल्ली तुझसे है रोशन एक एक तारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा तू इल्म कुल है तू कुदरत है कुल तू लुत्फ कुल है तू लज्जत कुल दोनों जहां पे हर पल नजर है कल की खबर है सत्तार तू है गफ्फार तू है पूरे नकी कुल मुख्तार तू है तू जाने जाना तू जाने जाना जाने जहाँ है तू जाने जाना जाने जहाँ है बस को तेरे अभी कहाँ है परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा। तजल्ली से इत्मो हक से रजा का चाहने वाला सिद्ध को सफा का मजहरे इत्मो बहरे मोहब्बत ए रब अजली ए रब अजमत ए रब अजली अरबे अजमल सारे जहां का सारे जहां का जहां में आरा तूफान सागर और बेकिनारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा। प्रभु परम देव परमेश्वर तू पर ब्रह्म अल्लाह है नामवर तू इज्जत इलाही है और यल्दा प्रीतम है ईश्वर आहूर मजदा आहूर मजदा जिस नाम से भी जिस नाम से भी जो भी पुकारे हर नाम तेरे हर नाम प्यारे हर नाम तेरे हर नाम प्यारे हर नाम तेरे हर नाम प्यारे बस एक तू ही है परवरदिगारा बस एक तू ही है परवरदिगारा मंजूर कर ले विदेदा हमारा माना परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा परवरदिगारा परवरदिगारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा सबका सहारा पालनहारा। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
So beautiful. Thank you, Uncle, for sharing. So beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, right in time.
we have all the time for you, so don't worry about that.
Anybody, anyone who has some query, some question, some doubt, he may please come forward and ask. We are dumbfounded. Composition is really very beautiful composition.
That's a beautiful song, Pratapji. Very beautiful. And you sang it so well. Beautiful.
Do we have Diana? Diana? Yes.
Thank you so much, Pratapji. Your music is so beautiful. I enjoyed it very, very much. I wanted to ask you, I also really, really appreciated hearing, and I think this was for the first time, the tribute that Dr. Gunny gave to Baba in 1937 about his silence, and comparing Baba's silence to the silence of others who have taken it on with very different purpose. I'm wondering if, I mean, that really was so interesting, and it made me appreciate more, made me understand something more about Baba's silence. And I'm wondering if that's something that is found in books, or if you have just a special copy of that. Would I be able to read that elsewhere?
बुकमध्ये आहे का? हे बुकमध्ये आहे का तुम्ही जे वाचलं ना गणींचं सायन्स बद्दल बाबांच्या?
सायन्स बद्दल
आहे ना.
That is that whole portion of Dr. Ghani's speech and all that, you mean?
Yeah.
That is in Lord Meher.
Good. Great.
This is in Lord Meher. That is in the year 1937.
Okay.
You can just I am sorry, I may have Lord Meher online also there.
Yes, I can find it there.
Online Lord Meher.
So what I would just clarify is that in the beginning, whatever I have said about Dr. Ghani and all the incidents, there were three types which I explained to you. One is that actually when I have heard it, we have heard it from the mouth of Dr. Ghani, all that. And whatever has happened during his lifetime, that was very much known to us, and that I have reproduced here. There are certain things which had taken place quite long ago, even maybe before our birth, that we do not know, that we have just collected from even those times, which time right from Baba's birthplace and Kasba Pet and Jhopdi and Manzil-e-Meem and Mehrabad, all these incidents which I have claimed, they have directly heard from Dr. Ghani. But this particular about his silence, he never had mentioned about it. He had never mentioned in his talks. But what he said, Baba has praised it very much. That I forgot to tell you. Baba has said that no one until this time has interpreted Baba's silence as Ghani had done today. Especially the portion, the point with Dr. Ghani has said that for all the other people, it is sort of a spiritual sort of a exercise or spiritual astrology or spiritual finance or something like this. But for Baba, he says, but for you, it is crucifixion. That is very important point. We have heard Mehra speaking, not directly Mehra, but that Mehra used to say, because some of the lady members who were known to us, they have said that Mehra used to say that Baba's keeping silence. Baba's basic nature was very playful nature. Baba's voice was very, very, very melodious voice, very beautiful voice. And he was very fond of singing. And after he started his silence, all that hobbies he had to forgo. He forgot all these things. And we can imagine how Baba must be suffering because of that. Because that which is very, very, very dear to you, you are leaving it. So singing was very dear to Baba, and Baba has left it because of his silence. I remember that whenever they used to do programs, singing programs in Guru Prasad, the moment the singer or the tabla player or the drum player, if he makes little mistake, Baba simply, his face will show that what this man is doing. Where is going? Where he is going out of rhythm. Baba is to immediately understand whenever there is some flaw in the singing or in the playing instrument. And even then, when a beautiful singing or beautiful poetry is being sung before Baba, Baba's face, when we enjoy something, we can do something like that. And Baba's face used to speak out that feeling which was in his heart. The liking, when he likes any singing, he will just sing something like that. And because just imagine all that Baba had to forgo because of his silence. Baba was very much serious about his silence. We have never heard him any sound coming out of him. Only when there is a little, very, very faint humming, when he wants to clear up his throat, something like that. That's all. Otherwise, we have never heard his voice. We have never heard his singing and all that. It's far before he has stopped all that. So that was great suffering for Baba. In fact, his very silence was great suffering. And Baba has said that Jesus Christ was crucified once, but I am being crucified every moment. That was literally true. Dr. Gore used to say that Baba has, for the sake of humanity, Baba has crushed his body. Baba has crushed his body. That was suffering Baba has taken upon himself. And when we learn or we study that aspect of Baba's life, we go into tears. So certain things are, the important things are written. Some things, certain things of his childhood, they are not coming in the books. But most of the things have been published in the Lord Mayor or some other books.
Thank you very much. That helps a lot.
So you can yourself read that.
Absolutely.
A beautiful, yes, beautiful piece. Anybody else?
A question?
I just want to say thank you so much.
Oh, Jai Baba.
Namaste, Baba. That was wonderful.
Let us thank Baba. Let us thank Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Pratapji and everybody. So, were you ever, did you ever hear anything about when Erich had mentioned something about Baba breaking the silence before he dropped his body? And uttering the word or the
Erich.
sound.
That talking about that, no?
No.
Kai Krishna.
Erich before dropping his body, Baba Kai, breaking of silence. Just for this.
Baba dropping body, it can be, as I said earlier, that personally I feel because there is some close connection in Baba breaking of silence and dropping of his body. Some people in India, they refuse to believe that Baba is gone away or Baba has dropped his body. A person from Hyderabad, he refused to believe in that when the whole world came to know about Baba is dropping his body. All the telegrams were sent to different people, all the lovers, and people had already, nearby people had started coming to Mehrabad. But this man, he refused to believe that, because what his argument was that Baba had said that he will break his silence before he drops his body. And Baba has not broken his silence. That means here Baba has not dropped his body. So these are the individual feelings about people. So many people have got different feelings about Baba's dropping of the body. But he has dropped his body as he has taken that body. After the purpose was over, he has dropped his body. We are not able to accept that. Why we are not able to accept that? It's very natural phenomena that when the work was over of that body, he has dropped it. And all that statement which has made about his silence, he has clearly said that it is not a verbal speaking as we speak. He has said it. People may be expecting that I will be giving talks and I will be giving lectures and all that. It is not that breaking of silence. So this, what we have just to wait and watch. And once in Guru Prasad, there was some talk about Baba giving different statements and all that. Baba had said that whatever I have said, the time will reveal, and then people will know. This is what Meher Baba had said. And they will then realize that avatar as Meher Baba had come on this earth. Baba had specifically, and at that time I was present there in Guru Prasad. The time will, the happening, the future happening in the world, they will reveal whatever I have said, I am saying now. And then people will realize that this is what Meher Baba had said. Now, take for example, Baba said that 3/4 of the world will be destroyed. I cannot dare to, just connect that. But a thought comes in our mind that whatever is going on today about this corona and that, where we are leading to, whether it is a sign of that sort of a distraction. We cannot say anything about that. So it's better to wait and watch what happens. But Baba has said that under any circumstances, don't let your grip get loose. That grip on my daman get loose. Hold it fast. Hold it with both hands. When Baba used to explain this, Baba used to emphasize this, we used to feel how much Baba is serious about holding on to his daman. Naturally, because, and it is said that among these Sufis, they say that the words of perfect master, they never go, they are never wrong. Time reveals that that is the truth they are speaking. That is Baba must be speaking all the truth. We are very much incapable of understanding it. And we can understand only when we reach that state, that higher state. So next time I may tell you some incidents about Baba's silence. Some amazing stories about Baba's silence, some happenings. And of course, the singing will be there, some other song I will be singing. Today I have selected the song, which is a very important song. It is actual prayer. You see, this in the early avatars have not given arti or prayers and all that. It is the followers, they have created all these. But in the case of Meher Baba has drafted the prayer arti himself and given to the world. And we can, through films, we can see how Baba looked. I tell you, in pictures and in statues, Baba's correct picture does not come out. But through films, we can at least have that feeling that Meher Baba, how he used to move, how he used to gesture, how he used to love the people, how he used to embrace the people and all that. We can see it. And it is really worth seeing, very, very pleasant thing to see how Baba deals with the people. Anything else?
Thank you.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Thank you, Pratap.
Jai Baba.
Anything else? We can, everybody can then unmute themselves and 3 times out. Anybody, anything else? Anybody? I think people are so full today. So.
Absolutely.
Wonderful session, wonderful evening. Thank you, Prabha. Thank you, Pratap uncle. So everybody can unmute.
Before we close, I'll tell you an amazing incident. Always, whenever there is any singing program, Baba wanted the people who understand songs or the ragas or the words and appreciate that, Baba would want them to sit in the front line. Those people who do not have any reaction, they were sent at the back. And Baba used to say that you must, just push up your feeling through the singer, so that he may get in mood to sing more and more nicely. And all the long faced people, they have to go back.
Yeah, thank you. That was very funny. Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you. So 3 times Avatar Mere Baba कीजिए.
Yes.
Avatar Meher Baba की जय. Avatar Meher Baba की जय.
Avatar
Avatar Meher Baba की जय.